like gold or diamonds. Perhaps it's personal freedom, that was a suggestion of someone in year 11. Perhaps it's your friends, perhaps it's your family. But perhaps it's time. Time spent well and wisely with friends or family, or perhaps even on your own. And let me explain my thinking behind that. Assuming you believe in the idea of a Big Bang and our solar system forming from a gas nebula, then the universe is approximately 13.7 billion years old, or roughly 430 billion seconds. That's 43 followed by 16 zeros. So, this is where we consider the time to begin. One question might be, what happened before that? Well, I'll leave that for another second. To try and give you an idea of how many seconds 43 billion seconds is, if you imagine filling this entire sports hall with 1 millimetre sand grains, bringing it from the floor to the roof, you wouldn't need one sports hall to accommodate 43 billion sand grains. You wouldn't need 2 or even 10. You'd need 10,000 sports halls. To give you an idea, if those of you on a ski trip, that would be enough sports halls to stretch from here all the way to the port of Dover. So that's a lot of seconds. Let's think of this in another way. Imagine one of those 13.7 billion years could be represented by 1 millimetre on a piece of string. Then you'd need a piece of string that was 13,700 kilometres long, roughly the diameter of the Earth, which is going to fit in this course. So let's try thinking of 1 millimetre representing a century, 100 years, which would be a good age for someone to live. Then you'd need 137 kilometres of string, which would take you roughly from here to about the Welsh coast. But what if 1 millimetre represented 1 million years? Then the entire history of the universe would now span a 13.7 metre piece of string. And if only we had such a piece of string. Spookily over here, there is a piece of string exactly 13.7 metres long. Billion years ago, and where world standing represents the present day. Let's have a look at some events that have occurred since 13.7 billion years ago. Ollie's going to help me out here. So Ollie, did a long walk here about 9 metres. What happened, event number 1, 4.6 billion years ago, 4.6 metres down the street?
Sun, Earth and planets fall.
Thank you very much. So before this, Number 2, what happened 4.2 metres or about 4.2 billion years ago?
Oldest rocks fall.
Thank you. Number 3, 4 metres 4 billion years ago.
Earth's life fall on Earth.
Thank you. Anyone mentioned that one? Number 4, what happened 2.7 metres 2.7 billion years ago?
The oldest rocks in the UK are fall.
Thank you very much. What happened here now, this entire length of string at the end, only 52 centimetres from the end, or approximately 520 million years ago.
Partial organisms evolved like tribal.
Okay. Number 6, what happened about 21.5 centimetres ago, or roughly 200 years ago?
Dinosaurs evolved.
What happened about 15 centimetres or 150 years ago?
Mr. Jones is falling.
Hang on, that was the wrong place. What happened here 6.5 centimetres ago?
Dinosaurs will go extinct.
9, which was what happened 2 millimetres from the end of the string.
Those hominids, our modern human ancestors, evolved.
Thank you. And what happened, we were struggling to get this one, 1/20th of a millimetre in our 13.7 metre piece of string.
Modern humans evolved.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Ollie. single human lifetime is actually tiny, absolutely tiny in the great scheme of things. Being positive, let's think about it in a positive way. Each and every day you have 86,400 seconds at your disposal. And for most of them you can choose and you are responsible for how you spend them. 2,000 years ago in Roman times, the average life expectancy was 25 years, about 790 million seconds. By the 1700s, life expectancy was about 30. Because at that point in time in the UK, about 2/3 of children died before the age of 4 due to lack of healthcare. Personally, I was pleased to know that according to the Office of National Statistics, the average life expectancy for men in Shropshire is 78.8 years. The only problem is I was born in London, where the life expectancy is 3 years less. And for the average teacher, who works all the way through his full retirement, I won't tell you what the average life expectancy is, but it's not as promising as 75.8. So, what is my plan with my remaining seconds? It's hopefully to use it the best way I can, because life is so short. I consider myself very fortunate to have spent something in the order of rough calculation, about 70 million seconds in Allen Grammar School on the site or on trips. And during that time, some of my personal memories of superb times during the last 40 years include things such as being involved with the CCF, being involved with senior boarding, ski trips, field trips, particularly this year, under 13 C rugby players. Where are you? Superb, that's been a great year. So my message to you, whatever you do, is never, ever waste time. Never kill time. Use it well and use every last second. In the words of a couple of famous philosophers, one, Jeremy Bentham, said, the greatest happiness is the greatest number. Always try and make other people happy. Another one, Mr. Mulhern, peace and love. So, I've asked a group of my best mates to help me, and hopefully giving you some fun for around about 125 seconds at the end of this assembly. I think it's useful. So if I can have some help, please, for the last 125 seconds.